What's up, y'all? This is Ron P here from WiseGuyBets, and we're going to look at the NBA schedule for tonight. We're going to do some picks and analysis of the games for tonight, which is Wednesday, 2021. The first, we're going to get right into it. I use ESPN to do some analysis on my picks. They have a great section on the spreads and over-unders. I think it's free, or I think anybody can get to it. It may be like $5 a month where you can get to it. But the first game we're going to look at tonight is the Indiana versus Charlotte game. The major injury news coming out of this game may be Sabonis. Not sure if Sabonis is going to play. He was injured in the last game, and he's day-to-day, according to a couple of the websites that I go to. According to ESPN, Charlotte has a 51.6 chance to win this game. Currently, Indiana's favored by 2 on the road, with an over-under at 220. Let's look a little bit further into this. Against the spread this year, Indiana is 4-6 in the last 10 games, and Charlotte is 7-3 against the spread in the last 10 games, which is good. As a home dog, Charlotte is 2-1. As a away dog, Indiana is 1-1. I really think this depends on if Sabonis plays or not. Charlotte being a favorite in home. I love home dogs. Indiana being favored on the road by 2. I love home dogs, especially Charlotte's not playing bad. They're not a bad team, and they are 7-3 in the last 10 games against the spread. And as an underdog, they're 7-4 against the spread this season. So Charlotte's not looking too shabby on this one, but I think it does depend on if Sabonis plays. So I would be careful with this game and kind of watch up into the game to see who is actually playing. Second game we're going to look at the Detroit Pistons at Cleveland. They're giving Detroit a 58.5% chance to actually win the game. Not sure about that. I like Cleveland in this game, at least to win the game, straight up on the money line. I like Cleveland on the money line. Cleveland's favored by 2.5. Over under is 214.5 at this time. Cleveland has been playing very, very, very well. They're 3-2 in their last 5 games, outright. As a home favorite, they're 0-1 this year. So they've only been favored in home one time this year. Detroit is 3-3 with 1 push on the road as a away dog, but they're underdogs most of the time. So in the last 10 games against the spread, Detroit is 5-4 with 1 push, and Cleveland's 5-5. -3 could be a little big. Cleveland actually beat Detroit on the road earlier this year, beat them in home. Blake Griffin is out tonight. I'm not sure if that really makes a big difference on the type of ball they're playing right now. But this could be a close game. I mean, this game could have overtime potential. If Cleveland gets hot and they play the way they've been playing the last couple of days, last week and a half, they had 2 big wins against Brooklyn here recently. They can easily win this game by double digits. So, hey, remember Blake Griffin is out. That is something to look at. Cleveland with the -3 is something to actually look at. Next game we're going to look at is Orlando versus Sacramento. Orlando's the home team. ESPN says that Orlando has a 52% chance to win this game outright. Current spread is Orlando minus 1.5. Over under is 224. The books got this one close. They think it's going to be a close game. I think it'll be a close game too. As a away dog, Sacramento's 2-1. As a home favorite, Orlando's 3-1. Sacramento's lost 4 out of their last 5 games. They did get a win in home against New York recently on the 23rd. It's the 27th. They haven't played in a few days. Orlando's coming off a back-to-back. There was a home game for Orlando, but I like teams that are waiting in the home city of another team to play. And I'm pretty sure Sacramento's probably been there for a day or so waiting on them. And they haven't played against the 23rd. They seem real fresh. The last example of this was Cleveland against Brooklyn about a week ago. They were fresh. They were heavy underdogs, and they easily won the game. Not saying that Sacramento is, I think the Cavs may be better, but for this one, you definitely need to look at the underdog of Sacramento here. Plus 1.5. They haven't played since the 23rd. 4 days off. They got some practice under their belt, and they got a little rest. So, I'm leaning a little bit towards Sacramento here as the road dog, 1.5. Next game we're going to look at is Atlanta versus Brooklyn. Looks like everybody's playing for both teams. No major injuries for both teams. Trae Young did come back the other night. Brooklyn has a 69.2% chance to win this game. Brooklyn's favored by 6 on the road. Over under 239. Atlanta holds 2 victories over Brooklyn this year, but that was before James Harden got there. Atlanta's 15-10 as a home dog. The away favorite, Brooklyn is 3-2. I'm sorry, 2-3 as a away favorite. In the last 10 games, Brooklyn is 4-6 against the spread. Atlanta is 5-5 against the spread. I think the -6 is too much on the road for Brooklyn. It looks like all 3 superstars are going to play tonight, but to me, that doesn't really matter. The game is going to be high scoring. Atlanta's going to score. Trae Young has went off against Brooklyn earlier this year. Nothing's changed on defense. He'll probably go off again if he's healthy. John Collins is going to have a decent night, I think, also because they're a little weak on the interior now after the trade for James Harden. So, I'm looking at Atlanta at the +6 in this game. Pretty good. Number 5 is saying they have a 53.2% chance to cover that spread. And I kind of like Atlanta +6 in this game. Next game we're going to look at is Miami and Denver. Miami has a lot of people out there. Almost everybody's day-to-day, but Jimmy Butler is out. I know that for sure. It looks like Tyler Hero is day-to-day. Looks like A.B. Bradley may come back tonight, but the key is Jimmy Butler's out. The matchup predictor gives Miami a 50.4% chance to win this game. They're in home, so they have a chance to win. Denver's favorite on the road by 5.5 with an over/under of 219. In the last 10 games against the spread, Denver 6-4, Miami's 3-6 with one push. As a home dog this year, Miami's 1-1. As a away favorite, Denver's 4-1. That's a huge number. I did not know that. I just noticed that they're 4-1 on the road as a favorite. That's a pretty good number. Denver has won 4 straight. They're starting to play better. Their last win in Dallas, they actually covered and won by 5 points. They're a 5.5 favorite against Miami. This is a back-to-back for Denver, though. This is a second game of a back-to-back, which is tough. When you I still like it's going to be hard for me to bet against Miami at home with this one, even though Jimmy Butler's out. Looks like Tyler Hero may be back. It all depends on who's going to play. Like Avery Bradley may be back, so kind of wait on this game. Maybe even stay away from it. As I look at it more, the -5.5 for Denver may not be a bad pick, but definitely I think it's going to come down to who's actually playing tonight in this game. The next game we're going to look at is probably the marquee matchup for the night, ESPN televised game, LA Lakers versus Philly. Looks like everybody's playing. Lakers has a 57% chance to win the game. The LA Lakers are favored by 3.5. The over-under is 222. Looks like Joel Embiid is going to play tonight. From what I've seen, everybody's going to play. That's a huge, to me, that's a huge road favorite number of 3.5 against a very good team who's won 3 out of the last 5. They usually only lose when Embiid doesn't play. When he's playing, they usually end the game or they win the game. As a away favorite this year, the Lakers are 6-3. As a home dog, the 76ers are 1-0. I like the 76ers in this game to cover, probably even win the game. Just think it's going to be tough for the Lakers to cover a 3.5 point spread on the road. They've been on the road for a while. Played 2 days ago in Cleveland. So, hey, we will see. But I just think that they have a tough time covering that. Even if they win, I think they have a tough time covering the 3.5. Overtime potential game for sure. Next game we're going to look at is the Milwaukee Bucks at the Toronto Raptors. Milwaukee has a 56.6% chance to win this game. They're currently favored by 7 on the road. Over under is 228. And Toronto's just not Toronto this year to me. They're just not Toronto this year. They're not playing well at all. As a home, this game is in Tampa. As a home dog, they are 1-2. As a away favorite, the Bucks are 2-5, which isn't good. And this is a huge point spread of 7. Against the spread in the last 10, Milwaukee's 4-6. And Toronto Raptors are 5-5 in the last 10. The Bucks have lost 2 of the last 3 games at Brooklyn in home versus the Lakers. They went on the road they won at home against Atlanta, which was Trae Young didn't play in that game. Toronto beat Miami in Miami. I'm sorry, in home, and then they beat Indiana in Indiana. And the second game in Indiana, they lost. Toronto just doesn't seem like Toronto, and this truly isn't a home game. To me, looks like everybody's playing. Look like there's no major injuries, but still may lean toward Milwaukee in the -7. Milwaukee needs to win this game, so we're gonna lead toward Milwaukee covering the -7 on the road. Next game we're going to look at is Boston at San Antonio. Boston has a 62.4% chance to win this game. According to ESPN, they're favored by 4 on the road, over under 223. They're 6-4 against the spread in the last 10. San Antonio is 5-5. Boston is away favorite. It's 1-3 as a home dog. San Antonio is 2-3. I like San Antonio in this one, +4. San Antonio just plays better in home, and I'm not sure if Boston has that mentality to just go out and try to destroy them in home. Looks like Jason Tatum's back. I think he was back last game, and they did have a pretty good win against Chicago in the last game, and they did have a big win against Cleveland in the game prior to that. So may expect a little letdown. I think San Antonio covers the 4 in this game. Next game we're going to look at is Washington at New Orleans. The Pelicans have a 51% chance to win this game. When I checked the injury report on this game, they said the Pelicans had 0 people out, which is shown here on ESPN. I also use another site to check this information. New Orleans is a 7.5-point favorite. Over under is 228. The Wizards just aren't playing good right now. I don't like the way the Wizards look. I don't like the way they're playing. Not even sure if Russell's going to play tonight. In the last 5 against the spread, Washington is 5-5. New Orleans is 3-7. As a away dog, Washington's 3-3. As a home favorite, New Orleans is 0-4 on the season. That's huge. And this is a pretty large point spread of 7.5. But if you look at the last games, the last 2 games, the Wizards have just gotten blown out. You know, both games. Lost to San Antonio, 121-101. Lost to Houston, 107-88. You expect them to play a little bit better. They had a day off. They played on the 26th. But, I mean, well, I'm sorry, this is a back-to-back for them. So it's a back-to-back going to New Orleans, who's rested. I think their last game was canceled. So, yeah, 7.5 in this one. I'm going to lead toward New Orleans in this one to cover in home on a large spread. Next game we're going to look at is Oklahoma City and Phoenix. Phoenix has a 71.9% chance to win the game. They are a home favorite by 7.5, and the over-under is 216. Thunder play everybody tough. As a away dog, they're 7-3. As a home favorite, Phoenix is 3-1. Against the spread in the last 10, Thunder's 6-4. Phoenix is 4-6. Devin Booker is out tonight. I'm going to keep this pretty short. I like the Thunder to cover in this one. The next game we're going to look at is Dallas Mavericks at Utah. Utah has a 61.5% chance to win the game. Utah's currently favored 3.5. Over under is 222. In the last 10 against the spread, the Mavericks are 6-4. Utah's 9-1. Utah's one of the hottest teams in the league. They've won 9 straight games. The game was close the other night against the Knicks up into the fourth quarter. I watched some of that game. And they end up, it was last night. It was actually, Utah's on a back-to-back. It was last night, and they end up blowing them out. In the end, Dallas played 2 days ago against Denver, which they lost. They've lost 2 straight. Looks like they may be getting Powell back tonight. A few crucial members of their lineup may be coming back tonight. In the last 10 as a away dog. This year as a away dog, the Mavericks are 4-3. As a home favorite, the Utah Jazz is 5-2. I think the Jazz are focused, and I think they may cover this 3.5. So we're going to go with the Jazz in this one. And the last game on the slate tonight is Minnesota versus Golden State. Golden State has a 73.3 chance to win this game. They're favored by 9. Over under 228.5. Got major injury news in this one. Karl-Anthony Towns is out. He's been suffering an injury most of the year. D'Angelo Russell's day-to-day. He may not play tonight. They played each other 2 days ago, and Golden State won 130-108. I don't think it would be that big. As a away dog, Minnesota's 2-5. As a home favorite, Golden State's 2-2. In the last 10, both teams are 5-5 against the spread. I just like Golden State to win this game again, and probably by double digits, especially if D'Angelo Russell doesn't play. So those are my picks for tonight. Full NBA schedule, 12 games. Always remember to watch the injury reports before you make your picks, and shop around for great rates. You got to have an account at more than one book, because different books are going to give you different spreads, and you want to be able to choose the best one. And to remember, always use bankroll management. That is key in sports betting. That is key. Don't be tempted to make stupid picks. Peace, and see you later.